Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining me. My name's Arcadian, and we are coming back in here for some Starfield Very Hard Let's Play with John Doe. First of all, before we do that, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. I know it feels like I say this every video, but in the last 28 days, we've gotten 225 views and a total watch time of 26.8 hours. Guys, that's awesome. I mean, that's more than I've ever gotten in my entire time of posting videos on YouTube. Um, you guys are just absolutely phenomenal. If you guys keep it up, my last video that I posted has already gotten 4 likes, which is, it doesn't seem like much, but for someone who's just a small guy just playing video games, across 13 views, 4 people liking the video, that's awesome. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for your support. Hopefully I will be able to keep giving you guys the content that you guys are liking. We'll be able to keep playing this game that I do really love and enjoy. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. When we left off, we were getting ready to go with Hadrian up to talk to the council. Um, so that's where we're going to pick up. Before we do that, I know what's coming up next, and I'm a little concerned. So we're going to go ahead and make sure that we've got enough of the ammo that we're going to need. Because we're about to have to fight 3 Terramorphs. One right after the other. So we want to make sure that we're prepared for that. Thankfully, we've got some pretty cool weapons here. I've got the Big Bang, which is a decent weapon. It's got Exterminator, 102 physical damage with 299 energy damage. This here is actually really strong, but the main weapon to take out Terramorphs is going to be this one right here, this Mag Storm. This thing with Exterminator plus 30% damage to aliens. It's got a 400 fire rate and armor-piercing rounds. So this is a very powerful weapon. However, 1,080 rounds, not going to be enough. So before we do this, let's go to...
I'm heading into Nast. But don't worry, I'll try and keep my complaints.
Let's go to the residential district first. We're going to grab, from Centurion Arsenal, we're going to grab some ammo for that mag, what is it? Mag Pulse, Mag Shear, whatever. Mag Storm. What we want to do here is we want to stock up on ammo. So this uses 50 MI, and we're going to need probably... Let's try to get close to 2,000.
Please, take a look.
That's kind of the goal that we're looking for. So here's 540. That's actually really good. We've got the credits to spare. We can go ahead and get them, get what we need. Alright, and then we're going to jump to New Atlantis, which should be down underneath us somewhere. There it is. We're going to Jemison Mercantile, and we'll grab whatever she has. And even if it's not quite 2,000, with this, 1,500 should be about right. 1,500 should be enough to cover our bases. While we're here, let's grab the resources out of here. Make sure that our ship cargo hold is where it needs to be. We'll leave the ship parts.
If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying.
Oops, I did not mean to sell her gene tag. I didn't even know you were able to sell her gene tag. Why is
Hey.
10,000 credits? I think I messed up
What
somewhere.
can I do for you?
That should not have 10,000 credits. I don't know. Okay. Now we can go ahead and go up here. Buy however many, or however 50 MI ammo Jemison Mercantile has. We're at 1,500 now, so that should be plenty. So whatever she has is just kind of extra. So the reason why I'm doing this, with the 400 fire rate, this gun will go through ammo really fast. And I'm talking like insanely fast. Okay, 460. So yeah, now we've got 2,000 ammo for this weapon. That's perfect. Anyway, so this gun will go through ammo like insanely fast. I'm talking it'll burn through that. It shoots a full clip in a matter of 2 seconds. So we will go through that ammo really, really, really quickly. So we want to make sure we stock up and we're willing to... hello? Guess we can't do that yet. Alright, let's go to Mass District then. We'll head upstairs with Adrian. And go talk to the council.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Of course.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have 2 petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
Okay, I'm going to say... We're still trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without the data.
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic. And at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we?
I think that's hilarious. He's like, let's keep this... Hadrian kept it extremely civil. It's the counselor that was the problem.
Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
I could say it wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming, which is true. I only know what I was told. This kind of points towards we're doing Hadrian's bidding. So I'm just gonna go put it wiped out a colony.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Alright, if there's a chance what happened on Tel Ceti could happen elsewhere, we need to grant the request. I like this, but at the same point in time, I don't. I'm definitely not going to choose this one because I definitely would say that we don't want to say that we're not going to grant the request. Personally, I would wait. We don't have enough information yet.
Agreed. We collect as much data as we can, then, when cooler heads prevail, we make an informed decision.
Yes, given what we've heard, I find myself in agreement, Captain.
No, the captain is precisely right. We could hardly be expected to make a galaxy-affecting decision on such scant evidence.
Yes, a fair assessment, Chief Diplomat. So then, while the data you two have presented is compelling, I think we can safely say it's insufficient for the level of action you've requested. Perhaps once we've... What was that?
Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident. Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God.
Damn it. They're here. Now.
There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two.
She means
you
me.
Can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
And off to fight to Terramorphs. But before that, we've got to deal with some really messed up individuals.
The EM rifle, grab it!
That's it.
Now!
Everything you've got.
He's down. Oh.
And that, my friend, is how we do things.
Stop punching him, please. I would appreciate if you would stop shooting him with, or shooting her with lasers. You're actually doing damage and killing them. We don't want them dead.
Thank you for what you did. We didn't want to hurt them.
The way those people were acting. I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them.
It's a
get them on
mental
a
attack
train
by
to
the
get them
Terra
out of
Morphs.
harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just started firing on us. People we knew. They went berserk.
Pheromonic projection. Some terramorphs, they can induce this fog. It affects everyone differently, but some people just lose control, turn against everyone around them, even if they don't want to. They're like a puppet. You kill the morph, you break the hold. But this means we're gonna need to be real careful with our fire, and keep that EM weapon at the ready. Let's do it.
Nat's unlocked. Please, do what you can to help them.
Alright, so we wanted to make sure that we have the EM weapon at the ready. So we were going to put it into the... Oh, we can't put it into the... Yeah, we can. There we go. Put it into the favorites bar. So the EM weapons, they do electromagnetic damage, which basically is just non-lethal damage.
No time to waste, Captain. Stash the EM and pull some firepower. Let's
An evacuation order has been issued for the spaceport district. All citizens are required to proceed to the nearest shelter.
You might back up. Just stand there. Good.
You can see how quickly we're melting this thing, but we're going through ammo so fast.
Our experts. We've got the remaining creatures locked down on the landing pad. We're barely holding our perimeter. They said you've done this before, huh? Well, one fire team to spare and whatever supplies you need, but I can't risk them taking over any more of my men. Put those things down and do it fast. Hold them as best we can.
Alright. Let's grab our fire team.
Heard you might be looking for some...
You two have any experience with terramorphs?
Only the brief they just gave on the way here. But we...
Surviving a full-on mental assault isn't the same as keeping your cool in a fight.
We're not UC security. You don't need to worry about us. Roger that. We're on.
Alright, so they're gonna stay on our backs. So we got two terramorphs up here that we're gonna have to deal with. There's one over here and then the one over there. The goal here is to not lose either of our men. No matter how much we kind of want to, because we kind of want that micro gun, but... We're burning through this guy really quickly. We are playing on the right difficulty, right? Yeah. I mean, we're burning through them really fast. I was expecting it to take a lot more ammo than that. we? And there we go.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
It's over. Thank God. If
We didn't
these
lose
things
either of our
reach
guys.
populated area- Absolute massacre on our hands.
That was a lot easier than I was expecting. But as you can see, it still took almost, what, 800 ammo? Do we want to take the security? Let's go ahead and take the security suits.
Guess they weren't kidding about you two. Universe put the right people in the right place.
He's awfully calm.
Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to think what would have happened if you two hadn't been here.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Okay, see if we can go in the lodge. Doesn't look like we can.
Attention. The spaceport has been secured. Safety precautions. Please wait for the all clear signal before exiting your homes. That is all.
We'll see if we can enter the lodge. So I'd like to drop some of this stuff off because we've got some materials and stuff on us. Still can't fast travel. Oh, that's shut down. So we can't go up to the lodge right now anyway.
They said you're free to come and go.
That's a relief to hear. Thank you, gentlemen. Let your people all know how much we owe them today.
Yes, ma'am.
Ah, there you are. I believe we have some things we should discuss. Captain? Hadrian? It would appear that the Cabinet owes you our thanks for what you did for the city today. As well as an apology. Your concerns about the Terramorphs, well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, after today's events, the Cabinet has decided to revisit its previous decision. We will be supporting your collection of the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the Cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately, to your former rank of Major. As soon as we've got the data in hand, we want you investigating these attacks and how to stop them. Will you do this?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. I'd be honored.
Excellent. But as you've both made clear, for such an investigation to succeed first, we're going to need someone to convince the Freestar Collective and House Varun to play ball. Someone who knows precisely the sorts of dangers the colonies and all the galaxy are facing right now.
I feel like she means
the
me.
Cabinet wants you, Captain, to be that representative.
And I knew it. Why make anybody else do the work when I can do it all, right? Let's do this one.
We see your
I'm just some
atypical
Vanguard
background
nobody.
as a strength, not a hindrance. The people you'll be dealing with, they're rather atypical themselves. In exchange, we're willing to fast-track your citizenship upon collection of the data. So, will you help us?
I guess.
I'm glad to hear it. Now, we, of course, won't be sending you in without the proper support. Deputy McIntyre in the Office of Interstellar Affairs will be your guide on gaining access to the archives. You should be able to find her in her office across the hall. And on behalf of the whole of the United Colonies, you have our thanks. You're dismissed.
Heroes were
I'm
meant
gonna
to
go check
carry
in
that
with Chief
spaceport,
Engineer Kulkarni.
and that
Start
includes
getting
you.
the plan.
Okay, we are over encumbered. Really wish the Mark 1 wasn't just so strong. Okay, so we'll talk to this lady here.
Yes. Yes, sir. Consider it done.
I thought that was what that was.
That junk you're hauling is seriously slowing you down.
That must make you my Vanguard captain. Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief Diplomat McIntyre, Chief Yassine's second-in-command. I heard you were instrumental in protecting the city from the attack. You have my gratitude.
I was also told the President wants us to get you into the Armistice archives ASAP. So, we've got no time to waste. You know what the archives are, correct?
They're the repositories for all the band data.
Someone paid attention in current events. So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the 3 major galactic players. Access to the archives is only granted in cases of dire emergency, and requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun.
Sorry, looking at something real fast. Okay.
Now, the UC is already on board, so that means we'll need to convince 2 people. The ambassadors of the Freestar Collective and House Varun to hand over their codes. Get them both and you'll have your data. But that's a lot easier said than done.
Very funny. This is going to be hard enough already. Both ambassadors have reasons they won't, or can't, work with us. Now, I'll
You've
provide
got a sense of
guidance
humor.
on how we believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate.
And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here.
That's unfortunate.
Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative.
But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
Let's go with Ambassador Radcliffe.
The good Ambassador Radcliffe. She's a veteran of the Colony War, and her only goal in life is to make ours miserable.
If Sam is any example of how stubborn the Freestar people can be, then I can imagine how difficult it must be dealing with this ambassador.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her.
Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support.
And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code.
Alright, tell me about these other tools then.
Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all about the careful application of pressure. We just need to find the squeeze. UC Intelligence has a recording device planted in the ambassador's living quarters, which we suspect you can use to your advantage. But getting caught trespassing is a quick way to land yourself in an embassy holding cell. So, if you are going to try and access the device, you're going to need to find a way in there without being seen. Report suggests there's a disgruntled staff member you might be able to pump for intel. Maybe even convinced to work with you.
Okay, there you
yes, many. Don't steal anything. Don't get caught anywhere you're not supposed to. Absolutely do not harm anyone. If something goes wrong, we'll do our best to smooth things over, but I can't make any promises.
What can you tell me about the
Name's
staff member?
Cameron Long. He's younger than Ratcliffe, bears less of a grudge towards the UC. He works closely with the ambassador, making him a promising source for information on the ins and outs of embassy life, and someone who very likely hates her guts.
Okay, that's all we need to know.
Here, your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise. Ambassador Balmore's a challenge.
When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here.
He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval.
Well said. There's no reason to assume they're any worse than us, despite their cultural beliefs.
Of course, but there is another wrinkle.
We're not 100% sure Balmore is actually still alive.
His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting.
Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice.
Alright, so we're going to track him down.
I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there.
Well, that's always good to hear.
If you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the attack is still fresh in her and her staff's mind.
Be smart out there, Captain.
Alright, so we have got the info that we needed. Now we can go to the, or now we should be able to go to the lodge. So that we can drop off the gear that we don't need to have on us.
Every time I return here, I'm reminded of the importance of Constellation's contributions to exploration.
All right. Then we drop off the resources. Alright, what do we need here? What do we got? Let's see here. That's 32 pounds because we got the 2 heavy weapons. That's fine. Spacesuit's fine. We've got some of this stuff that we can probably handle. Okay. Not too bad. Research-wise, it's been a while since we've done this. We need chlorosilanes. So eventually here, what we're going to do is we're going to go and start using our credits. And before we hit New Game Plus, we are going to basically use all of our credits and buy a bunch of resources from the from Jemison Mercantile, and then we're going to rest, and then we're going to buy a bunch more resources until we've used up all of our funds. And then we're going to come in here, and then we're going to basically just get research all the weapon stuff, and then level up to weapon mods level 2. Like, this is going to be once we've got a few skill points that we can spare. Then we're going to level up all our weapon engineering, and then we're going to put some mods on some weapons, and then level up our weapon engineering again, do the research necessary to get all of that, do all the research that, or use all the materials, the resources that we have to do all the research that we need. And continue to do that over and over again until we have that all the way leveled up. However, to do that, we're going to have to stack up some levels and stuff like that, but we need those points elsewhere.
Can you imagine all the changes at sea?
I probably should have slept before we started heading over here, but oh well. This part, there's no battle. We'll take a rest before we do the House Varun side, because that one I believe needs battle.
Sorry, but I need sign-off from the Interstellar Affairs office.
Maybe we should stop for a moment at the memorial. You know, to pay it's hard to believe it's been 2 decades since we were at war with the Collective, when it seems like only yesterday.
Alright, we're going to try to convince her. Hopefully, since we've done the Freestar quest line, we're a ranger, we might be able to do this a little easier than when I tried to do it before.
I'm going to be upfront with you. I'm not happy visiting anything related to the Freestar Collective. But you lead, and I'll follow.
As in more than one? All that security, and they still can't protect their own spaceport. The UC never fails to disappoint. I just wish I hadn't received the news from an SSNN broadcast. We have a strategic advantage to maintain, Mr. Long.
Of course, ma'am. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Excuse me.
That poor
Are
guy.
you supposed to be in here?
Maybe we can talk to her? There we go.
I'm sorry. Do you have an appointment? you're the one McIntyre called about. The eyewitness. She said you were at the spaceport. You have my thanks for what you did down there, truly. Saved many lives.
Like you
Now,
care.
she also mentioned that, and maybe it was just a bad connection, that now the UC wants terramorph data from the Armistice archives, some of the most highly guarded information in the galaxy, in order to protect us all. I can only presume you're here to tell me I misheard her and that they didn't send you, local hero, to futilely beg on their behalf. Tell me I've got that right. I was afraid of that. Let me be frank, Captain. The answer is no. That information is there because it is dangerous. I will not be the one responsible for its release. Now, why don't you quit wasting my time and yours, and go.
Oh.
No, Captain, I'm not, and I'll tell you why. What you experienced down there at the spaceport, I've lived that once before already. Fought tooth and nail as aliens rampaged in the streets of my home and others all throughout the collective. But my aliens were placed there by UC hands. So I'm not interested in anyone getting power like that ever again. The UC most of all. You have my answer. Now please take the hint.
Alright, so let's talk to Cameron Long.
That woman is an absolute... Oh, sorry. Oh, what? You're the Vanguard captain, right? You know, I was about to board the Nat to the spaceport when the alarm triggered. Sounds like I got real lucky. And like I've got you to thank for things not being a lot uglier. Heard that, huh? Yeah, the ambassador likes to treat us like family, and she doesn't care for most of them either. Look, they said you were coming here on official business. The ambassador likes to handle all that personally, even if she does have trained diplomats here to help her. And I don't want to get shipped back to Aquila City, so you should probably go speak to her. You were sent for me? Huh, maybe... Let's go somewhere to talk.
Using some sneaky stuff here.
Let's talk in my office.
Okay, well, let's go to your office, sir. Where's your office at? How do I get there? Downstairs, it seems. Why is your office connected to a storage room? Poor guy.
So you want me to work with you? But why now? Why me? No, I think that's a pretty safe assumption. And no other city should have to go through what happened here. So then, what would you need from me? Okay, first you need her bio key, and that thing doesn't leave her side. Better chance of splitting the atom with a spoon than me getting that from her. The code machine. Only the ambassadors... Her quarters. Huh. Oh, that's doable. And you... and the UC will be providing me with what for my services? Really? Okay, you've got yourself a deal. Okay, so There's a utility corridor that leads to the ambassador's quarters, which you can access through the main conference room. Here, the key. Whatever you do, don't let the guards see you entering or exiting the utility section, or you're gonna be in serious hot water. I'll keep an ear out for more instructions from the UC.
Alright, so we've successfully duped him. We got the key now, we just need to get access without being seen. Thankfully, it looks like the guard just left. Oh, there they are. Let's not be seen here. Close the door. I assume this is a location, but I don't see an access port. Unless it's up. Okay. Don't know how she made it up here. Okay. We are in. Why does she have a contraband cache? I now no longer feel bad about doing this. Oh, UC guard. We gotta figure out a way to get downstairs.
Who's there?
Oh.
This area's off limits.
Well, good thing we quick saved. I wasn't expecting her to come into his room, or him to come into her room. How did he see me again? This is where we needed to go. Nope, never mind. We can't go in there. Oh, the recording device.
Agent detected. Patching in playback.
Cameron! Are you alright, Ambassador? It seems the Council of Governors has rejected my appeal to join. Again, which means
She wants to join the Council of Governors.
until we die. But I think we might need to. We should expedite the process.
What are you getting at, ma'am?
I mean, my requests keep being rejected because they don't want to add a seat, right? But what if one opened up? The mind's as hard in what it used to be. It's not like anyone would miss
Oh, she's threatening to kill somebody.
Maybe we can reach out to some experts at that sort of thing, huh?
Good night, Eva.
Oh. So she was looking to, assassinate a governor. We can use that. We can definitely use that against her. Oops, did not mean to shoot that. We're going the wrong way anyway. We want to go this way. Drop back down. go talk to the lady.
Did I not make myself abundantly clear, Captain? You're... Excuse me? I have no idea what you're talking about. No, no. If the council found out, I'd lose my position. I'd be exiled. I'd be... Look, I believe we may have gotten off on the wrong foot. The issue at hand is one of trust, no?
Yeah,
So
you've lost all
you
trust.
to keep this little secret between us, then maybe we can find a way to trust the UC with access to the archives. You're joking, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanted to make me beg,
Please.
lady.
Pretty please. Don't tell my superiors I was thinking about double-crossing them. It was just talk, nothing more. And I know you, my dear, dear friend, wouldn't let anything like that get in the way of the two of us, and our factions, working together. In fact, I think there's an opportunity here. Keep both our factions happy and ensure an air of legitimacy to the whole proceeding. I can only let you get the information on the Terramorphs. Anything else and people will get suspicious. And all research will need to be monitored. Freestar scientific observers making sure everything's being used for the right purposes. But those two items should be enough to allay any suspicions.
I wonder if we should push it in. All right. We have a quick save, so let's go ahead and hit pass.
You won't... You just need some time to consider. I can tell. Let's just go get you your code while you decide what...
Alright, I'm going to quick save again. No, I'm going to hard save. Because I want to see what we can kind of leverage from this. And I don't want to mess up the quick save so that we can get back to this point in case this turns out bad for us.
They tell me it should only take a moment. And there. Code generator's just this way.
Okay, well, you just got finished with the Code Generator.
I hope that'll be enough to maintain your discretion. You're going to be discreet with that information, I hope.
Okay. I was hoping we could leverage something else from it, but I guess not. I guess you had to choose the other option to leverage. That's okay. Alright, so this next location does involve some battle. So we're going to jump over here to the lodge and we're going to take a quick rest so that we can make sure to utilize the maximum amount of experience from this fight.
Much as I'm eager to explore the universe, there's nothing quite like the feeling of returning home. Get any rest? I sure didn't.
Why didn't you get any rest? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, now we're off to House Varun. The embassy at the House Varun. So, the embassy, the House Varun embassy at New Atlantis is where we're going. We are going to put on our space gear again because we are going to need that. These guys hurt. We're going to make this easy and we're just going to use a negotiator for this one. UC Distribution Center. Let's check this out. What's this got?
Hey. Check. Rifle?
The well's been having brownouts all the time.
Perhaps something you might be interested in.
What's in here?
Welcome to UC Distribution. Now, before you say a word, I am required to inform you that formal complaints cannot be... I have been told it'll be up and running in 2 weeks, but... Also, if you're here about a corporate account, I've been assured that deliveries will be back on... Yes, of course.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that they had this. This is new. Okay, so rapid shot. It's in the form of a breach. Long barrel laser sight, tactical stot, tactical magazine, hair trigger, and fully automatic. That's decent, but not necessarily worth it. She does have a level 1 breach, 248 physical damage. She has a micro gun, N617 smart gun. It's got shattering, compensator, and armor-piercing rounds. Fire rate's 350, uses 7.77 ammo. She's got a bunch of regular micro guns. That actually... So this one's 30, but it only has 160 per round, a 400 fire rate. Is it better to go with the N6... let's see here. It is only 14, but it's a 300 round mag. 7.77 millimeter ammo is a lot easier to get a hold of, so we're going to keep having more of that. Having the compensator, it's going to have more control. It's going to be easier to control. I think we're going to go with this. If only the breach, if this breach had like slug shots and something else, then we probably would have gone for it. A level 7 or a level 3 breach with slug shots it has a base damage of like 702. It is just insanely, it's just an insane amount of damage. Let's buy up her extra ammo. Oh, mercenary spacesuit. That's kind of cool. If only she had like the mercenary helmet. That would have been awesome. You see Star Troop. That's kind of cool. That one's actually got more physical resistance than the one that I'm wearing. That one's equal. Oh, that's because that's a level, what, level 3? Level 3 spacesuit? Hmm. I didn't even know this was here, to be honest. That's actually kind of really cool. So I guess we could sell the Mag Storm now, because we've got the smart gun. It's less damage per round, but more rounds, like more available ammo, easier to get ammo. And the armor piercing on top of that, the shattering with the armor piercing rounds, that's actually really good. That will actually help us out a lot with what's coming up right here. What is Outland?
Welcome to Outland. We deal in only the finest, most reliable. All of our products come highly recommended. And while I've never needed them myself, as I've said, I wouldn't sell anything that hasn't. And of course, if... please do.
See what Outland has. Arc welder and auto rivet. Another mercenary spacesuit. Shock troop. These are all level 2 stuff. That's a level 3 deep mining suit. Mercenary pack. Emergency kits, med packs, trauma packs. Let's grab those.
Good luck on all your adventures.
Okay. Not bad, not bad, not a bad haul. I didn't even know these were over here, so that's actually really cool. Getting that microgun was awesome. It would have been better if we would have been able to get that earlier, but I didn't know it was there.
Figuratively, of course.
Alright, so now we are at the Varun Embassy. And things look a little hinky. No lights, no power, nothing. Okay, we got some lights, but looks very empty. Let's go all the way down to the embassy.
This isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Turn the turrets on and make us the friendlies. Alright, so he said go through the door, but beware defenses.
I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. It'd actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking our way.
Saying destroys these robots.
If you're searching them, make it quick.
Oh. Dang it. I didn't realize that that turret wasn't going to be on our side. We did the turret control, so the turret should have been on our side.
This isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has been an embassy.
Alright, so let's take control of his turrets again. Actually, we're going to go ahead and remove combat inhibitors on all the turrets. Means the turrets are going to target us too, but we can use that because we want to get the heavy damage.
It'd actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking our way.
We want to get the explosive damage for killing enemies. Recoil on that's pretty hard. Oh, still too close. That's insane. That recoil damage is just massive. Let's look at the demolition skill real fast. Okay. Okay, let's try this again.
This isn't what I expected at all. It appears the flora they were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
I'm not going to worry about messing with that this time. We're just going to take out everything.
I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. It'd actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking our way.
We're attacking from stealth, so we're getting the two times damage bonus. I'm actually going to go through all this ammo fairly quickly.
Last much longer.
Took both of them out. We let him get too close. That was dumb. I knew he was running up too close too. I should have just switched weapons. Gotta do it all over again. Jesus.
This isn't what I expected at all.
Problem is I'm killing myself.
They were using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Okay.
It'd actually be more fascinating if its branches weren't blocking our way.
Did it to myself again. around very easily. Okay, we're gonna go up this way. Let's check out this way first. Oh, that's... okay, that's where he goes to get the thing. Okay.
I'm sure they had something we can use.
What? That was so far away. It doesn't make sense. And all over again, right? Yep. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous, guys.
It appears
Alright, let's just do this quickly.
has overgrown the entire embassy. I've never seen a tree like this before in my entire life. It'd actually be more fascinating if the branches weren't blocking our way.
Oh, that one hurt. That one hurt even worse. Oh, this is so bad, guys. I keep killing myself, and you would think I would just give up on using this weapon here, but using the other weapons would be, like, this one, it's not going to do enough damage, I don't think.
We're using as decor has overgrown the entire embassy.
Let's check it first, we'll see. Problem is I've got to get a lot closer with this weapon. It does about the same amount of damage. The only problem is I got to get so much closer. Not as close as I thought I was going to have to. Okay, let's quick save here. That way we don't have the same issue we did before. Like that. So dumb. I'm so dumb. Don't you love it when you kill yourself on repeat? Especially when you took out both of them with one shot that time. Okay, now hit F5.
I didn't stock up on junk.
Okay, there we go. Think that's all the turrets? Yeah, that's all the turrets, it looks like. Let me see here, give me 1 second. Okay, so there we go. We threw the switch, got full power back in, now we have full control. Let's go talk to our guy. I don't think this is him. Nope. There. And there. There. And there. Alright, we still got a couple more things that we gotta take care of. Mainly that guy's one. There we go, we got our level. We got so many things we can put levels in.
So, what seems punishment becomes providence. A reminder we can never truly know the Great Serpent's designs for us. You have my thanks, and my apologies for the ordeal you just endured. Come, let us discuss.
Okay, give me 1 second. talking to a buddy or talking to my stepbrother. He's been working on doing some like logo designs and stuff like that. So I'm trying to get, or he's offering to do a logo for my channel. Um, so I'm trying to come up with the kind of theme that I want to go with, and I think I'm going to go with dumpster tier gaming. Is going to be the main theme. And I'm going to see what he can do about maybe doing like a cartoonish like dumpster fire as my logo.
Not the ideal introduction, I suppose, giving you a grand tour of the embassy via barely functioning intercoms. I do greatly appreciate your persistence. I suspect the Venom tree upstairs has worked itself into more systems than I'd realized. But then again, who could cage such a beauty? Tell me though, what is it like outside? I heard the broadcast mentioning an attack. Then the embassy was struck with a power surge and then silence. Has the rest of the city suffered quite so badly? Is that right, huh? I shall need to have these repairs seen to.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to have to.
Later.
I'm getting a little warm, so I'm going to take off my sweatshirt here.
Be the serpent's grace that brought you here at such an opportune moment. You were sent by the UC. That much is obvious. Who else could just waltz through my door? And the broadcast spoke of terror morphs at the spaceport. A worrying occurrence, certainly, but coming here of all places, when all I could provide is some enthused cheerleading and...
There we go.
An archive code. So the UC requires information then. On terror morphs, presumably. Do I see this all clearly?
There we go.
The preservation of life stands as the very purpose of the archives. Using its data to prevent more attacks, there is logic there. But if I am to grant you access, I have a requirement. For years, House Varun has been known only as an agent of slaughter. We founded this embassy with hopes of shedding that legacy. With little success. In exchange for my code, I require this. You must be the one who ensures it is used for good. Ensure House Varun's legacy is more than just carnage. The knowledge you ask for isn't evil. No knowledge is. It is we who bend it to evil ends. Oh, you must assure me this will be used to save lives, not endanger them.
You don't need my assurances. Independent observers will verify that it's used responsibly. Yeah.
We'll do everything we can to make certain that happens.
Well, then I shall not fear. Please, follow me.
Give me 1 second. I'm just answering him. So he's wanting to make a name for he wants to make a logo for the name, which is Arcadian, obviously, and then I'm planning on changing the name of the channel to Dumpster Tier Gaming. So I was gonna, so I'm gonna change the name of the channel to Dumpster Tier Gaming, and then as for the name logo, I was thinking let's see here. me see here. Hmm. Which begs the question. I'm going to check something real quick, because if I'm going to change the name of the channel to Dumpster Tier, I want to make sure that there is no other channel with that. So give me 1 second. Let's go Dumpster Tier Gaming. Okay, we've got Garbage Tier Gaming. Yeah, so it looks like Dumpster Tier is pretty much only mine. So let's do that. Why don't we do that real quick? We're going to go over here. We're going to go My Channel. Edit Profile. And let's see here. Basic info. Choose a channel name that represents you and your content. So we're going to change this to... I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know why it like the recording paused. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Basically, all we did was we went and got... I don't know how long it's been paused either. That's unfortunate. So basically, we finished the House of Varun stuff. Got the access codes from him. Went over here to UC. Got the access codes from her. And now we're on our way to the Armistice. Yeah, I don't know why why my recording paused like that. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know if it picked it up, but when we were at the Free Star, we actually picked up a free legendary tier 3 armor that was in his in his chest in the very back. So we went and got that. Oh, that's a realty office. So we're no longer using the Mark 1 spacesuit. We still have the Mark 1 helmet and boost pack. But we're on our way to the Armistice Archive so that we can use our 3 codes. I'm so sorry, guys. I do not know how long that's been paused. Hopefully not too long. Follow these rules to a T.
To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes
Yeah, there's UC. There's House Faroon. And there's Freestar. Right, we got what we need.
Yes, what? There you are. Captain. Surprised to find out we're having visitors as we work.
Major Sinan and I were just discussing the merits of your planned interfactional cooperation. I think it's a great idea. Get them invested in the solution. Make it clear we've got nothing to hide.
I'm sure they'll be lovely house guests.
Now, Captain, if you wouldn't mind transferring the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing next steps.
Time for us to start getting some real answers, and figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready. Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Should even be able to house its own cadre of independent observers. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
So we are a Freestar Ranger. On top of that, we are now a UC citizen. Eventually, we're going to be a UC Sec operative. Or SysDef operative, sorry.
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen?
Sure.
Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you.
but this person is in a sensitive position.
Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this. But we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name.
Well, that's weird.
So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms? I understand this puts you in a strange position, but this information is too sensitive to share without your agreement. Can I count on you to keep this between just you and I? Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
All right. Lots of things there. We have, what, 3,000 credits? 300,000? Nope, 290,000 credits. Let's go to Sector 7. Sector 7. That's a Transformers reference, I think.
Sergeant Yumi's looking for reliable people to help the guard.
Subsection 7. Sarah's with me. Is she allowed to be with me? She's getting information she's not able to know.
My entire life, and I had no idea this place even existed.
So yeah,
The UC
she's not
certainly
able.
excels at keeping secrets.
All right, she does not have classified clearance. Take her out. Take her out.
Logging, authorized entry, unsealing access. You may proceed down the corridor.
But she doesn't.
There are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
Oh, okay.
I'll be fine. You go on ahead.
I figured that was the case. I'm glad they got. I'm glad they got that one. She doesn't have classified clearance. And you're telling me that I have to keep secrets from my wife.
Come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat.
Who is this guy? Actually, I already know who this guy is, but you don't know who this guy is, do ya?
President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. Which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
Nope, can't say I do.
I'm Francois Fanon. But most know me as Victus. I was an
What?
admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes, but the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here, a sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies. Captain, please. There are no clean hands in galactic politics. We all do what we must to keep ourselves safe. Which, right now, means finding a way to protect the United Colonies and beyond from additional Terramorph attacks. An effort you and my progeny Hadrian have already made impressive progress on. And I'd like to help, though I am curious. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family? Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe
Okay.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams, helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the colony war. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Not sure I like the sound of this.
One task. That's all I require. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the colony war ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know. You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship. If that's what you require to sleep at night. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local vanguard.
Alright, so we're basically going to go find this guy and prove that he's been brought to justice, is what he needs. However, to find the guy takes a lot of work. So, let's get on with it.
Whatever you need, you got it. Sure, I'm right.
We've got to keep this to ourselves that we just met a ghost. Because we're not allowed to tell Hadrian or anybody else.
Captain, did your meeting go well? Surprised me too when I learned it. But the prisoner has proven useful. But I do think it's worth re-emphasizing. No. The Major doesn't have clearance for this sort of information. And she certainly doesn't need a distract. Which is why I need you to keep... Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there some... Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally... Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question. But that'd be a huge win for the UC. Really? He found the members. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to... Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss regarding your meeting? The Den? Oh, it's a star. The first one was the place has always... But, because of... I can think of worse places in the go. Then I'll bid you good day, Captain.
Okay, what was that optional mission that showed up? I guess it's... Speak to Captain Marquez... Oh, optional speak to Deputy McIntyre. Okay. So now we're heading off to the den. How are we looking? We're 90, we've got 40, wait, we can go ahead and drop off some stuff real fast. From my experience, the 3 times I've done this quest line, you can't bring him in alive, he kills himself. So we'll take the EM weapon just in case, if we do get the chance to fight him.
Time relaxing rather than planning.
We got stuff to do, girl.
Hi there. How's it going?
We're taking that to sell it. So we'll take this just in case we have the chance, but like I said, the 3 times that I've done this mission so far, you've not had that chance.
Some people love that kind of space. Unintended.
Okay. Let's go get ourselves a defunct scientist.
Hello.
I'm tempted to see what we can build. You know what? Before we get to the defunct scientist, let's see what we can build here.
Orbit achieved. Done.
Won't need that. Okay, so we need to go to... First stop is going to be... Cheyenne? Not Aquila. Okay, I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to remember. Volley Euclid, that's where the... Nope, that's where the Stroud Eklund. We want New Homestead, I think. Porema. That's Paradiso. New Homestead, is that on Titan? Yeah. Yeah, let's go to New Homestead first. I think I might be wrong here. I think we actually wanted to go towards, oh yeah, we wanted to go, okay.
New Homestead, eh? This place hasn't changed much since the 2100s.
Let's first talk to this guy.
Need the work done? Okay, no problem.
I think it's time that we retire the Frontier. No, I don't want to retire. I want to keep that one. Let's first look.
Sure, how about it?
Okay, let's look to see how much it's going to cost first. So we can retire the Frontier just as, or we can pretend to retire the Frontier just to see how it, or what it's going to entail. So let's get rid of all that. Okay, so the first thing we want is to put down our bay, the NG6 landing bay. Not necessarily the one that we want, but it will work. Then we're going to go ahead and do our cockpit. We want the C4 bridge. Let's see here, mass 19, cargo 320. It's got the maximum amount of cargo. We're going to put that, it's going to be up above like this. Alright, now we need to look at HABs. So we can do a 3x2 or a 3x3, the cargo hall, or the 3x2 mess hall. Actually, yeah, that's fine, because we're going to have a big crew here, so this gives us passenger slots. Oh, move this out of the way for a second. Put that there. And put this is going to go right in the middle right there. Like that. Okay, then we want... Do we want the 2x3 instead? I like that style. 3x2 mess hall. 2x3 cargo hall. No, that's fine. Okay, then we want to put our captain quarters is going to be up top here. We want to make sure that we have all the amenities all in one berth, which allows for beds and stuff. We'll have our control station be there. We'll have our workshop here. Let's do this a little bit different. Let's do, instead of that one, let's do the 2x3. Like that. Control station back here. Workshop here. And then the science lab there. We'll switch this science lab with the control station. Like that. Okay. Now, we need... landing gear. So can't have it like that. Why can't we put that there? No, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, that's fine. We'll get the landing gear in a second. Let's do our engines. I think the best option we have is we could do the Duns. Those are 1760. They're Class B. 17670, 17670. Maneuvering thrust is 64. Maneuvering thrust is 36. So I'm thinking 3 or 2, depending on what we need. That's a top speed of 130. I don't like that. Top speed of 140 on the Duns. Top speed of 150 on the Ares. Oh my goodness, stop doing that. And these also have a max power of 2. Okay. What's next? Oh, reactor. So what if we took out... the science lab, added it, or put that there. Reactor. We want Class C with the maximum amount of juice. There. Grav drive. Class B, but gives 36 jump thrust, which is perfect. There. Fuel tank. Right underneath like that. We're going to need some slightly better engines. But drop these among 6s right here. Like that. We're really low on cargo. So let's do our structural stuff. We're gonna go like this. There. 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 So it does drop us down to 130 top speed, but I think that that looks better. I like that idea better. Okay. That does mess a lot with our... Not sure if I like that. Not sure I like the way that looks like that. That does destroy our mobility too. So instead of these... we're gonna have to run something like these. That's still pretty bad on our mobility. That gives us 69 mobility. That's 96. Okay. It's not enough landing gears. There we go, that's enough landing gears. Oh, let's see here. We're gonna put our docker. We're gonna get a slim docker eventually. How could you not? It's right there. It's attached right there. So the engines look like they have a little bit more security. There's no way to put that there. But we can put our weapons on. It kind of looks weird, doesn't it? Mobility's still way low. See, this looks cool. Like without that, this looks cool. I just think that the cockpit style wasn't good for what I'm putting together here. That's better. I don't like that. No, I don't like that. Push this up one like that. There we go. That's not too bad. The other option nope, that can't attach to there. Alright, I have to think about this. I have to think about this. I've got some ideas, but I can't do a lot of the building here. We would need to go see Hope Tech because there is a unique piece from Hope Tech that would give us the ability to have a walkway between the halves. So I've got an idea. I'm also going to do some research to see what kind of builds I can be looking at. The problem is the majority of the builds out there are like super expensive. We're talking like the one that I really like is like 900,000 credits. That's going to be so difficult to get a hold of, and then we're going to hit New Game Plus. And I don't think I'm going to keep recording this Let's Play through New Game Plus. Like, this character I will play through New Game Plus, but I don't think I'll keep recording through New Game Plus. So I want to make sure that we're getting a full kind of
And acknowledging incoming hail. Docking Bay 1 is free.
all right.
You might be interested in. Well, this station's seen better days. I wonder if the UC
Looking to
will
lodge a
ever fully
complaint?
restore it
Then
to
you
its
want
former
UC
glory.
security, not the Vanguard.
Oh, apologies, Captain. Didn't recognize you without the uniform.
So, what can I do for you? Orlaise. Doesn't ring a bell.
Seriously? Out here? Surprised they didn't send out a general note. Though, I guess there's less a chance he bolts if they keep it hush. But I expect... Wait. The Warlock?
There's been rumor of a ship out there for years now. Doesn't respond to hails, never docks. More than a few amateur investigators have tried to find it, and at least 2 never came back. Aetherius debris fields are plenty dangerous if you're not used to flying in them. But if you're suggesting it might not have been the fields that got them, well, I can give you the coordinates of the Warlock's last sighting. Can't think of a better spot your Orlaise might be hiding.
Let's go.
Sure thing. Here, this should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
Let's go get the dude.
It's a pleasant change of scenery.
While we're here, let's take a quick nap.
Hey, how are you?
That was quite a workout. Hope you had as much fun as I did.
PG warning? That was, yeah. Just goes to show this game is not for children. Take on the Warlock. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, yep. Ouchie. We'll go through his shields fairly quickly. Unfortunately, we can't take his ship. It would be awesome if we could. And now we have his ship.
Hello, Captain.
Yeah, there's no way to bring him in, unfortunately. He just kills himself. Yep, we can't stop him from doing it.
I'm not sure how well our equipment is going to handle this heat.
Give me 1 second, guys. Alright, so we'll take his ID. We'll take his lab coat, because that's actually a very beneficial use item. Deleted everything but his last 2 entries. So if you don't know, the reason why we took his lab coat allows you to possibly, it gives you a chance to craft weapon mods without using resources, which is awesome for when we go to do our weapon upgrades. Alright, let's see what we got here. See if there's anything worth taking. Sure. Prototype equipment. I don't know what that does. Bosco's on ship. Is there another floor to this place? Yes. Med pack. Digipick. Space helmet display. Oh, there it is. Okay. So we got a epic Varun space helmet. Okay, let's look at this. Sturdy, and actually it works pretty well with the gear. So sturdy and lead lined. Lower physical resistance, lower energy, lower EM. It's only a rank 2 helmet, unfortunately. If that was rank 3, then we definitely would have been able to use it. Okay. Speaking of workbench... you should have a weapon workbench here. Guess it's either downstairs or not at all. I guess he doesn't have a weapon workbench in here. Hmm. Okay.
So, where to next?
Unfortunately, we can't take his ship because he makes his ship inoperable before he dies. Because that would be a cool ship to have. We don't want anybody taking his ship and using it for nefarious purposes. Ouch. That was the old den. Interesting. Could have swore I thought there was another... I guess not. Okay. Back to Alpha Centauri. Been a long video, guys.
Did you know I used to have an office near the top of Mast? Father mighty.
Sure, why not? Let's see here. We can start offloading some of these credits, or some of this ammo, because it's for guns that we're not going to be using. So big things we're going to be running. We're going to be running a minigun, a micro gun. That's what I meant. We're going to run a micro gun. We're going to run a shotgun, and we're going to run a like the negotiator. I'm not sure what kind of gun this is, but one of these. So these use 40 millimeter explode. These use 7.77 millimeter, and then this one uses a heavy fuse, but we're going to use a breach instead once we get a good one. And the breach uses 15 by whatever shotgun shells. So
I know we're safe now, but oh, please take a.
We can sell off all the ammo that we're not going to use, buy up the ammo that we will use. Grab this for now. Yeah, the 15 by 25. Ooh, bounty hunter. We've already got a bounty hunter, but if we can get a better helmet than what we're wearing. Oh, shock trooper. Level 3. It's not legendary, but still that fits with our shock trooper gear that we're wearing, our spacesuit. Why not? Okay. We'll also grab these, and those. It's a lot of credits used, but we're about to sell her a bunch of ammo. Okay, so how much we got here left? We got 1,000 left in that. 8,191.96. Let's say 10 grand out of that. 12. We'll say 15. Keeping those. 16. 18. 18, 23. 26, 27. 27. So we're talking about a grand total of what? 40K in ammo? Yeah, so 40K in ammo. So with 40K in ammo, let's quick save real quick, and let's see how much we get after buying, how much it cost after buying all of her resources.
Oh, please take a.
So let's buy all of these resources. That's only 8,000. Oh, shit. Not supposed to be buying that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do a resource buy. As far as like what comes into researching and stuff like that, this is the best option that you have. You can go out and collect the ingredients, the resources, but that takes so much time. So if we come over here and we buy, let's say we buy her entire stack of resources, and anyway, the adaptive frames and the zero wire, we really don't need that. We just need to buy the stuff that we can't really make. So buy all this stuff up. And then sell her back, or sell her the ammo. Nope, not that one.
Appreciate the business.
And then come over here. Wait for a day. Stop jumping. Wait for a day. And then go do it again. Buy all the resources, sell back the ammo, get your money back. And this should give you enough resources to at least get some of the, it'll at least get you the basic researches done.
If you don't see, oh, please take a look.
We've already got the shock troops thing, so we want to look at a shock troop. That's a bounty hunter. And she has a bounty hunter helmet. Okay, but we want resources. Give me a second. Okay, we can sell back the adaptive frames because we don't need those. The zero wire, we don't need those. And then sell ammo. Just make sure you don't accidentally sell the ammo that you do need. Okay, so how much we got here? We got 45, so that's, yeah, 45. Got another 9,000 worth of ammo that we can sell.
Thanks for shopping at Jemison Mercantile.
being me, it probably wouldn't work. My skin hates me.
There's a bit more in the... Oh, please, take a look.
Okay. We're going to be more careful this time because we don't want to overspend. Grab the neon because that's always useful. Grab these. Okay. There we go.
Appreciate the business.
And we can run back with it because we're in a safe area. We're not going to get attacked by anything, so we're not going to die super easily. So my brother came through with the design for the new icon. So we're gonna post that up. It looks really cool. Like I said, for the icon itself, because we rebranded, we wanted to rename as Dumpster Tier Gaming. And I've wanted to do this for a little while. I've called myself the Dumpster Tier Gamer for a long time. And then I was kind of hesitant about doing it because I didn't know if there was anybody else who had that title or who had that thing. But checking it over on YouTube, there is nothing. It's just Dumpster Tier. I think the closest one was Trash Tier Gaming. So with that being said, I think that works out really well for us. So let's take all of these resources here. And with that, we can go here. That takes care of that. We can do helmet mods and stuff like that. I don't really feel that that's all necessary. Pharmaceuticals, perfect. We can do those. Okay. Unfortunately, we're still a long ways away from our next level. And even if we did, we can't put it into weapon engineering yet. We would have to put it into surveying or research methods first. I'll probably put it into surveying. But with that with all that information, we can now go ahead and let's put on the Orlaze's lab coat and see what we can do here. So the Big Bang, we still have the long barrel. We can now do the extended barrel if we wanted. Gives us a little bit more range, better accuracy. Let's do it. Okay. We can put a laser sight on it now. We can do a reflex sight. We got the focal lens. We can't do anything with this yet. I would like to get the focal nozzle here soon. But we need muzzle mods level 2 for that. The ergonomic stock is better than the standard. We can't do anything with the battery, so that's fine. And then we can't do anything with the internal. So that's the new... Oh, I like that actually. That's nice. That's cool. We can use that. Next up, let's look at the smart gun. It's got the stabilizing barrel, which is perfect. Throw on a laser sight, why not?
Time to sell some of your junk.
Compensator's fine. Suppressor maybe in the future, but we don't need it. Tactical grip, yes. Gives us a little bit more control. Armor piercing rounds, that's basically the best one. And then you would want to eventually get something like the bullet hose. Or you would want to get something like the high power, which increases the damage. And then finally the negotiator. You could go long barrel. Eventually you'd want to get the stabilizing, but long barrel, you know, you don't really need the stabilizing barrel on this. Long barrel's just fine, to be honest with you. Give it a laser. It already has, it's got iron sights. Let me look at these iron sights. Let me see here. Iron sights aren't bad. Short scope would be cool. Okay, yeah, I like that. Gives us better range on it, I guess. It's already got the tactical stock, sorry. Magazine, you can't do the hornet nest. We don't have the thing for it. But even if we did, it would drop the damage, and we don't want to drop the damage. And then hair trigger would be nice, but we can't do that yet. So that gives us some upgrades for our weapons. Put all of these back in here. We do have the new helmet we can put on.
About seeing stars. That was amazing.
Beep. No, just kidding. Yeah, so we are finished with that. I think this is as good as place as any to kind of hold off on our next step. We've done pretty good so far. And we've got more credits than when we started. So even though we bought all those resources, we still went up by almost 40,000 in credits. Almost 50,000 in credits. So that's a really decent rate, I think. Besides that, I think we're good to go, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. By the time that you guys come back, or by the time I get done posting this video, I will have the new rebranding set up for us. So I am actually sending it all to my email right now. So this is absolutely cool. We've got our dumpster tier gaming set up, good to go. So yeah, this is really, really awesome. So I will check you guys later. If you guys like the video, please leave a like, hit the like button right down below the video. Please do so. We'll see if we can get 5 likes for this video. And please, if you guys are enjoying the content, subscribe. We are making our name known. So we are doing good. People are watching the videos and enjoying the content, and I would like to keep doing that. So thank you so much, and I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful day. See ya.